Hello friends, welcome to our ROSE project. Myself, Kachankar SL from Sadhguru Gadge Maharaj College, Karad. In previous lecture, we have studied definition, classification and nomenclature of alcohol and phenols. In today's lecture, that is lecture number 2, we are going to learn the nomenclature of ethers, then preparation of alcohols and preparation of phenols. So let us start with nomenclature of ethers. So in common system, ethers are named as alkyl ethers. So first write the name of alkyl group, then the word ether. So ether containing two alkyl groups. If these two alkyl groups are different, then take alphabetical order. For example, we take this CH3O C2H5. So here two alkyl groups are ethyl and methyl. So name of this ether is ethyl methyl ether. So in case of common system, write the name of alkyl group first, then followed by word ether. If two alkyl groups are same, then the prefix di is used. For example, if you take CH3OCH3, so there are two methyl groups. Therefore, the name of this ether is dimethyl ether. So according to IUPAC system, ethers are named as alkoxyalkane. So here alkoxyalkane is a single word. Larger alkyl group is considered as a parent alkane. Ether containing two alkyl groups. If two alkyl groups are different, then the larger alkyl group is a parent alkane, while smaller alkyl group along with oxygen is considered as a alkoxy group. We take the example CH3O C2H5. So C2H5 is a larger group, CH3 is a smaller group. So C2H5 means ethyl group. It is a parent alkane, that is ethane. And smaller alkyl group with this oxygen, that is a methoxy. Methyl group attached to oxygen, therefore it is methoxy. So complete name of this ether is methoxyethane. Methoxyethane. The name of alkoxy group with its locant is a prefix. Then take different examples of ether in which common as well as IUPAC names are given. So this table is given in your also textbook. So in first column, the structural formula of ethers are given. Second column, common names are given. And in third column, IUPAC names are given. So first example is CH3OCH3. That is dimethyl ether. What is the IUPAC name? So here two alkyl groups are same. So therefore parent alkane is methane and alkoxy group is a methoxy group. Therefore name is methoxymethane. Consider this example CH3OCH2CH3. So here ethyl group and methyl groups are present. Therefore common name is ethyl methyl ether. What is IUPAC name? Here larger group is ethyl. So it is a parent alkane ethane and smaller is a methoxy. Therefore methoxyethane is the IUPAC name of this ether. Then consider this example CH3O CH2CH2CH3. So this is the N-propyl group and this is a methyl. So N-propyl in common system, the name of this ether is written as methyl N-propyl ether. What is IUPAC name? So this is a larger group, means it is a propane and methoxy group attached to this carbon number is 1. So therefore 1 methoxy propane is the IUPAC name. Then consider this aryl ether C6H5OCH3. So C6H5 means this is a phenyl group. Then CH3 is a methyl group. So common name of this ether is methyl phenyl ether, or it is also named as anisole. Then what is IUPAC name? So C6H5 is a larger group. Then the CH3 attached to O, that is a methoxy group. So name of this compound in IUPAC system is methoxybenzene. Methoxybenzene is the IUPAC name of this ether. And consider this example. It's a benzene ring means oxygen, and in side chain CH2 CH2 CH3 group is here. CH2 CH2 CH3. So this group is a propyl group. So name of this ether is phenyl. This is a phenyl group and this is a propyl group. Phenyl N-propyl ether, and IUPAC name is 1-propoxybenzene. 1 means here carbon number 1. This containing 3 carbon. This is smaller, therefore it is alkoxy. And phenyl, it is a larger because containing 6 carbon atoms. So name of this ether is a 1-propoxybenzene. Then we have to study the preparation of alcohols and phenols. So in preparation, first method, preparation of alcohols. First method is from alkyl halides, and this is also called as hydrolysis. So in this method, alkyl halides are treated with aqueous NaOH. Then the product is alcohol ROH and NaX. NaX means sodium halide. If we consider the example here, Rx, if you take C2H5Br, ethyl bromide, reacts with aqueous NaOH, then it gives ethyl alcohol, that is C2H5OH plus NaBr. Second method, by using moist silver oxide. So moist silver oxide means Ag2 and water. So this gives silver hydroxide, that is AgOH. So AgOH when reacts with alkyl halide, then again the product is alcohol and AgX. If you take again here example of C2H5Br reacts with AgOH, then it gives C2H5OH plus AgBr. So this is first method from alkyl halides. Then second method is acid catalyzed hydration of alkenes. So hydration of alkenes means addition of water molecule across carbon-carbon double bond in alkene is called as hydration of alkene. So hydration of alkene is carried out by passing an alkene through cold and concentrated sulfuric acid. Then alkyl hydrogen sulfate is formed, and which on heating with water gives alkene. So this is a two-step reaction. So in first step, ethene reacts with cold and concentrated sulfuric acid, it gives ethyl hydrogen sulfate. And in second step, this ethyl hydrogen sulfate on heating, it gives alcohol, that is ethanol CH3CH2OH and sulfuric acid. So this is second method for preparation of alcohol by hydration of alkenes. So mechanism of this reaction is also given here. So this mechanism, it is asked for 3 marks in your board exam. So there are 3 steps. Each step carries 1 mark. So what is step number 1? It is formation of carbocation intermediate, that is protonation. In protonation, carbocation is formed. So here general example of alkene is taken, C double bond C. So acid catalyzed hydration means H plus from acid and water, they combine to form this H3O plus ion. So if this H3O plus ions attacks on this doubly bonded carbon atom, then this hydrogen gets attached to this carbon, that is electrophilic attack of this hydrogen. Then this bond breaks, so this double bond breaks, so this carbon carries a positive charge. So this positively charged carbon is called as a carbocation, and this H2 is formed. So this is first step. In first step, carbocation is formed by electrophilic attack of this H plus ions. Then what is second step? In second step, nucleophilic attack of H2 on this carbocation. Here H2 means H2 carries 2 lone pairs on oxygen atoms. So this acts as a nucleophile. So this nucleophile attacks on this carbocation. So this oxygen carries lone pair. So this oxygen is a negatively charged. So this attacks on positively charged this carbocation. Then there is a formation of this oxonium ion. Oxonium ion is formed in second step by nucleophilic attack of water on carbocation. Then third step is deprotonation. Deprotonation means removal of hydrogen from this oxonium ion. So this bond breaks. Then there is a formation of alcohol. OH group is formed, and this EH reacts with this water molecule and it uses H3O plus. So your final product is alcohol. So this is a mechanism of hydration of alkenes. So question will be asked, explain the mechanism of hydration of ethene. So instead of alkene, ethene is given, then you write the structure of here ethene, means only write here EH and here 2H, and the mechanism is same. So if we take ethene, then the product is ethyl alcohol. So this is very important mechanism for your board exam as well as CET and other competitive exams. Then preparation of alcohols. Third method is hydroboration oxidation of alkenes. So hydroboration by using diborane. So this diborane reacts with alkene, then it uses trialkyl borane. This is a first step. And which on oxidation by hydrogen peroxide. In presence of dilute NaOH, it uses alcohol. So this is a two-step reaction. In first step, to take here example of propene. Propene reacts with this diborane, then it uses tripropyl borane. Tripropyl borane, and this tripropyl borane on oxidation by using hydrogen peroxide in presence of alkali NaOH. Here OH minus ions are taken. Then the product is propan-1-OL, that is alcohol is formed. So this is hydroboration oxidation of alkenes and formation of a alcohol. So addition of boron to double bond takes place in such a way that the boron atom gets attached to less substituted carbon. So addition takes place according to anti-Markovnikov's rule. So more convenient hydroborating agent is boron tetrahydrofuran, that is BH3THF. So this also used in hydroboration reaction. The next reaction is by reduction of carbonyl compounds. Here reduction means addition of hydrogen. Carbonyl compound means they containing carbonyl group, that is C double bond O, aldehydes, ketones or acids, carboxylic acids. So first method is by reduction of aldehyde and ketones. Aldehydes they reduce and gives a primary alcohols, and ketones on reduction they give a secondary alcohols. Tertiary alcohols cannot be obtained by this method because in case of tertiary alcohols there is no alpha hydrogen atom. So then by reduction of aldehyde, here example, by using catalyst nickel or lithium aluminum hydride, the product is a primary alcohol. So here general reaction is taken. RCHO means aldehyde. By using catalyst nickel, addition of this H2, then RCH2OA, that is primary alcohol is formed. Or instead of this nickel, you can also use lithium aluminum hydride and acid hydrolysis, that is H3O plus. It gives primary alcohol RCH2OH. Then second reaction for ketones. Ketones also on reduction gives secondary alcohols. Here reducing agent or catalyst used is a nickel in presence of H2, or lithium aluminum hydride is also used in this reaction. Then next method for preparation of alcohol, that is catalytic hydrogenation, has been replaced by reducing agent like sodium borohydride, that is NaBH4, and LiAlH4, lithium aluminum hydride. Sodium borohydride is safe and easy to handle, used in water or alcoholic solutions. So lithium aluminum hydride is expensive. It reacts violently with water and alcohol, therefore must be used in presence of dry ether or tetrahydrofuran. Then sodium borohydride and lithium aluminum hydride is used separately. The hydrolysis step is required because the function as hydride donor. lithium aluminum hydride does not reduce carbon-carbon double bond. Therefore, they are used to prepare unsaturated alcohols from unsaturated aldehydes and ketones. So in case of lithium aluminum hydride, they does not reduces carbon-carbon double bond. So here example is taken, that is but2en1al. The formula is CH3CH double bond CH So this is unsaturated aldehyde because here carbon-carbon double bond is present. By using lithium aluminum hydride and acid hydrolysis, the product is alcohol, that is but2en1ol. The formula is CH3CH double bond CH2OH. So this double bond cannot be reduced. So here alcohol obtained, it is also unsaturated alcohol. The second example is by using acetic acid CH3COOH and lithium aluminum hydride and acid hydrolysis, the product is again ethyl alcohol. So here ethyl alcohol is formed from carboxylic acid. Then by using carboxylic acid, strong reducing agent like lithium aluminum hydride, they give a primary alcohol, and this is very expensive. Therefore acids are first transferred to ester, and they on catalytic reduction gives a primary alcohol. So consider this reaction RC double bond OH, that is a carboxylic acid. By using lithium aluminum hydride and acid hydrolysis gives RCH2OH, that is a primary alcohol. So this reaction can be changed RCOH plus ROH in presence of H plus ions. It gives ester RC double O R dash plus H2. And this ester on reduction by using nickel or palladium, it gives a primary alcohol, that is RCH2OH, and byproduct is ROH. Then next preparation method by using Grignard reagent. So what is Grignard reagent? We have studied in halogen derivatives, that is Grignard reagent is alkyl magnesium halide, that is RMGX. So by using RMGX or Grignard reagent, alcohols can be prepared. So all three types of alcohols, that is primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols, are prepared by using Grignard reagents. So in this method, aldehydes or ketones undergoes nucleophilic addition of a Grignard reagent in presence of a dry ether. Then the complex is formed, which on acid hydrolysis gives an alcohol. So this is also two-step reaction. In first step, Grignard reagent reacts with aldehydes or ketone. In presence of a dry ether, a complex is formed, which on acid hydrolysis, it gives a alcohol. So consider this general reaction. So in this reaction, this compound is aldehyde or ketone, reacts with RMGX. So in RMGX, R means alkyl group, it is a negatively charged, attached to metal, magnesium, it is a positively charged. So in carbonyl group, oxygen carries negative charge, carbon carries positive charge. So this alkyl group attached to this carbon and magnesium metal attached to this negatively charged oxygen atom, and here complex is formed RCOMGX. This is a complex. So this is the first step, here in presence of a dry ether. Then this complex on acid hydrolysis. Acid hydrolysis means in presence of acid and water. It gives a primary alcohol, that is RCOH. Here alcohol form may be primary, secondary or tertiary depending upon here aldehyde or which ketone is taken. So then side product is MgXOH. So this is general reaction for preparation of primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol by using Grignard reagent. Then here if we take methanol HCHO, it gives always primary alcohol containing one more carbon atom than Grignard reagent. Then if we take aldehyde other than methanol, then these aldehydes gives secondary alcohols. And if you take ketone, then ketone gives tertiary alcohol when reacts with Grignard reagent. For example, if you take Grignard reagent CH3MgI, methyl magnesium iodide, then methanol gives ethanol, that is HCHO gives C2H5OH. Then ethanol gives propan 2OL. Ethanol is aldehyde, it gives a propan 2OL. This is a secondary alcohol, isopropyl alcohol. So ethanol gives secondary alcohol. If we take propanone means acetone containing 3 carbon atoms, then the product is 2-methyl propan 2-OL, or it is also called as a tertiary butyl alcohol. So here we observe that methanol gives the ethanol, primary alcohol. Ethanol gives propan 2-OL, that is a secondary alcohol, and propanone gives 2-methyl propan 2-OL, that is a tertiary alcohol. Secondary and tertiary alcohols can be prepared by different combination of aldehydes or ketones and Grignard reagent. Then we have to study the preparation methods for phenols. So there are 4 methods for preparation of phenol, in which first is from chlorobenzene. So this method is also named as Dawes process. So in Dawes process, this chlorobenzene is fused with NaOH at temperature 623 Kelvin and 150 atmospheric pressure. Then it gives a sodium phenoxide. Sodium phenoxide. In first step, sodium phenoxide is formed. Then, which on acid hydrolysis by using HCl and water, the final product phenol is formed. So this is a 2-step reaction. So Dawes process, it is a 2-step reaction. Again, I repeat this reaction. Chlorobenzene fused with NaOH at temperature 623 Kelvin, 150 atmospheric pressure. Sodium phenoxide is formed. So this is sodium phenoxide, and which reacts with the dilute HCl and hydrolysis takes place. It gives a phenol. So final product is phenol. So this is preparation of phenol by using chlorobenzene or Dawes process. Second method is from cumene. Cumene is also called as isopropyl benzene. So this is a commercial method for preparation of phenol. So cumene on air oxidation. Air oxidation means oxygen from air. So this structure of a cumene. Benzene ring attached to this CH3CH3. It is propyl group. So this is carbon number 2, therefore it is also called as isopropyl benzene. So this cumene on air oxidation in presence of catalyst cobalt naphthenate at temperature 423 Kelvin, it gives a addition product, that is cumene hydroperoxide. So this oxygen gets attached in between, added to this carbon and hydrogen atom. So this is cumene hydroperoxide. And in second step, decomposition of this cumene hydroperoxide takes place by using acid HCl. Then the product is a phenol. Plus second product is acetone. So in this reaction, cumene or isopropyl benzene undergoes oxidation by using air. It is also 2-step reaction. In first step, cumene hydroperoxide is formed, and which undergoes decomposition by using dilute HCl. The phenol is formed and side product is a acetone. So this is also important method for your board exam. So this is asked for 2 marks in your board exam. Then third method is from benzene sulfonic acid. So benzene sulfonic acid, this is a 3-step reaction. This is asked for 3 marks. So by using benzene sulfonic acid, this benzene sulfonic acid reacts with NaOH. So this acid reacts with base, therefore this is a neutralization reaction, and it gives a sodium benzene sulfonate. Benzene ring attached to this SO3 Na, means in first step sodium benzene sulfonate is formed. Then in second step, which on fusion with NaOH at 573 Kelvin, Then it gives a sodium phenoxide. In second step, sodium phenoxide is formed, and this sodium phenoxide reacts with acid HCl. Then it gives a phenol, that is benzene ring attached to this OH group. So this is a three-step reaction. So in first step, this benzene sulfonic acid undergoes neutralization by NaOH. Then sodium benzene sulfonate is formed. So this sodium benzene sulfonate fused with NaOH at 573 Kelvin. Then sodium phenoxide is formed, and this sodium phenoxide reacts with dilute HCl. It gives a phenol. So this is from benzene sulfonic acid. Then next reaction is from aniline. So aniline treated with nitrous acid. Nitrous acid is unstable, so it is prepared from NaNO2, sodium nitrate, and HCl at a low temperature, means 0 degree or 273 Kelvin. It gives benzene diazonium chloride, and which on hydrolysis gives a phenol. So this is also two-step reaction. So this is aniline, benzene ring attached to NH2 group. This compound is called as aniline. Reacts with HNO2. HNO2 means nitrous acid, NaNO2 HCl at low temperature, that is 273 Kelvin. The product is benzene diazonium chloride. This product is called as a benzene diazonium chloride, and this on hydrolysis gives a phenol plus En2 gas. So these are four preparation methods for phenol. So first is from chlorobenzene, Dow's process. Second, from benzene sulfonic acid. Third is from cumene. Fourth is from aniline. This reaction is also called as a diazotization. So all these reactions are given in this chart. So first you take this chlorobenzene. From this chlorobenzene, phenol is prepared. Then from this benzene sulfonic acid, phenol is also prepared. From this aniline, we get here phenol, and from cumene, we get here phenol. So these are four preparation methods used for preparation of phenol. Thank you.